The perfect start to the day.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show.
Just the best.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
All right, ladies, I'm about to learn y'all something about the way men communicate with each other, okay? I know the way men communicate with the ladies is not sufficient. We know you all hate that. But this is how men communicate with each other, and there is never any confusion, never any complaints, not one man telling another man, "You're a horrible communicator." My neighbor's name is Richard. His wife, her name is Julie. Julie took their son Mason to visit her family off in another state for the Easter weekend. Jody said, "Richard's by himself. See if he wants to come eat dinner with us." I send Richard this text message. "I know you're probably loving your quiet time this weekend, but if you want to come eat with us Sunday, we'd love to have you. If you'd rather just chill by yourself and do your own thing, I completely understand. Hell, I'd probably be surrounded by empty beer bottles and pizza boxes while slipping in and out of consciousness on the couch if it were me, so it won't offend us if you say no thanks." He put, "Ha ha, thanks man, I'll be sure and let you know if I get sad and want to join. Ha ha."
Perfect.
All right. Now what does that mean? He's saying no. I'm good. Thank you for the invitation.
Yeah.
Then Jody starts in. That's my wife, my lovely, lovely wife. And she says, "Well, did you tell Richard what time we were eating?" And I said, "No, I didn't." "Did you tell him that if he didn't want to come, we'd just bring him a plate?" I said, "No, I didn't. He said he's not coming." "What did he say?" And then I read it to her. "He said he might." I said, "No, he didn't. He said he was making a joke. If I get sad, meaning I'm not going to get sad, I'm fine. I'm a Maine.
Yeah.
I'm doing my stuff over here."
Yeah.
You know. So then she had to send him a text yesterday, late morning, and say, I know that he said that we wanted to have you over and you may not come with her, but if you do decide you want to eat, we're going to eat about 1. Okay. And then he wrote back, it's like, "Nah, I'm good. I've got this going on and I'm working in the yard right now. And then I'm going to be eating pizza or doing something, watching the Yankee game later, and this, that, and the other." And then she said, "Well, I mean, if you need something to eat during the Yankee game, we'll just bring you a plate." And then,
let it go. Get the net.
Yeah.
The guy is fine.
Yeah.
So
That's
then,
sweet, though. I wish I had a neighbor like that.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, so they do all kinds of stuff for. He's the one who got the hornet's nest down for me that day. So, you know, and I would be jumping at any open window to go do something for him.
Yeah.
But to me, in man speak, he closed the window when he said, "I'll call you if I get sad."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You just didn't do a thorough enough job of inviting him. She's like, I gotta fix his mistake.
I gotta make sure.
He doesn't really understand that we're gonna have Easter dinner.
Yeah.
So finally, he just says, "I really appreciate it, Jody, but I'm good over here."
Yeah. It's like, this is actually what I want to do.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Well, because she thought for sure he would want to come.
Well, if nothing else, that he'd want food
To
brought
eat.
over.
Yeah, for sure.
Bless. There's an update in the hiding of the little Debbie's situation, that drama at my house. Big update coming up next.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Hey, it's TJ, and my sweet wife, Jody, said to me the other day, "Hey, since you're such a big shot with Cozy Earth, why don't you get me one of those Luxe bathrobes?" And I said, "I would love to, my treasure." And you know, since I'm Cozy Earth's best influencer, I get that big 41% discount on everything they have at Cozy Earth. You'll get that same discount just because you know me. Just make sure you use my name, TJ, as the code when you go to tjriggins.com/deals. The name TJ lets them know that you're with me, and you get that big 41% discount. And everything at Cozy Earth is luxurious.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to hear the new TJ and Riggins shows, archives, podcasts, watch the show, and more. Add it to your phone's home screen today. New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show with TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D Rob.
Sets the tone for my day.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Mother's Day is coming up. A great gift for any mom in your life would be something from Cozy Earth. Go to tjriggins.com/deals. Click on the Cozy Earth. Yes, you're going to see how nice everything is there because you're going to look at the price first and you're going to go, whoa, that must be nice stuff. I get it. But say my name when you're using the code TJ. You'll get 41% off of that. So it's a great deal. All right. So for a few weeks now, a couple of weeks, there's been a lighthearted saga going on at my house where my wife buys Little Debbie treats for Thursday nights for when little friend Jenny and handsome husband Michael are over, and she brings them out. And then after I go to bed and Thursday is over, she hides them in the house, whatever's left over. And she says that she was just doing it to aggravate or whatever, but she's hiding them from me because of my battle with the being stricken with obesity. And then, it's like, hide something from me. If I want to eat it, I'll eat it, but I don't. I'm not going to sit around eating Little Debbie's all the time. You don't have to hide them. So anyway, when she was gone to Nashville last week, was the first time that I ever decided, okay, well, I'm really going to look for them now, because she said that it was a joke she was playing on me. So I found them. I found all these boxes of Little Debbie brownies and Little Debbie Easter gingerbread mins and some of those little Debbie donuts in the bag, the ones that are like donuts, Found all of it, the whole stash. Took all of the boxes, hid them in my closet. She got back Monday afternoon. Okay. So I went to bed. She was exhausted from the long drive and everything, but I went to bed because I go to bed a lot earlier than she does. And then that's when I made my move. I didn't tell her that I had found the Little Debbies. So when she came to bed in the dark to get in on her side, just like she normally does, I full-fledged Godfather horse head in the bed her. She got in the bed, pulled back the covers, got in the bed, and all of those boxes of Little Debbie's were under the cover in her bed, or in her side of the bed.
I love that.
And that was the moment she found out that I had found them, and the game was over.
I wish you could have recorded that.
Yeah. So satisfying.
What'd she say?
Yeah, nothing. She wouldn't wake me up for that.
Yeah.
Oh, she didn't?
No, she didn't wake me up. But when I got home the next day from work, they were all piled up on the kitchen counter with a note that read, "Took you long enough."
You didn't get me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't get a fast one on me. I got you all the way to the end because it took you so long
Yeah.
to find it.
So where did she end up putting them back? Are they hidden again?
No, a lot of them were just empty boxes.
Oh, they were
because we found them on Friday while she was gone, so we had the whole weekend to eat on them.
Sure.
Oh, so you did eat them?
Not all of them, but all of the brownies. Yeah, they were gone.
Yeah.
Boy and I ate them together.
Yeah.
But made it even better just to have the empty boxes in there.
Way better.
The carcasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not better for my colon, but
No.
Yeah.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Make your company part of the new radio explosion. Go to tjriggins.com/explosion. Thank you for joining us. This is TJ and Riggins. The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
Pope Francis is dead at the age of 88. Passed away early this morning. It was about 7:00 Eastern in Rome, so just a few hours ago. But he had a full schedule yesterday. He greeted people in St. Peter's Square, rode around in the Pope Mobile, met with
J.D. Vance,
current Vice President J.D. Vance. But this is a couple weeks after he was battling double pneumonia in the hospital for weeks. People thought he wasn't going to make it, but he made it out of the hospital, and he had a full day yesterday, but he has passed away, 88 years old. So now the Cardinals will come together, pick a new pope, and we'll see how that goes. But there's sort of worldwide interest. The Pope is a big figure, whether you're Catholic or not. He's just sort of a global figure. So it is big news.
They've been playing so well lately. I hate that they're going to have to take time off to pick a new pope and all that.
Yeah. I wasn't even sure what a cardinal is.
Well, they're a baseball team.
St. Louis baseball team.
Well, I know that.
It's a weird thing about the Major League Baseball rules is that the St. Louis Cardinals are the ones to always pick a new pope, even if it happens in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
They must have good taste.
A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
They do now. So it'll be one of the biggest stories in the world today. A lot of people are off today. It's Easter Monday, so I think a lot of people are going to find out now or later because they're waking up a little bit later. Easter is still the top trending topic. Did you all have a nice Easter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
everybody had a nice Easter.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad. Katy Perry, the onslaught of criticism that she's receiving, even through Easter weekend, has just been. It's gotten to a point where I love this story, but have we? Maybe been too harsh on Katy Perry.
I think so.
Have we?
I think it's
About what?
We've kind of crossed the line.
Everyone's like, go back to space. Everyone's just giving her
about the space thing.
crap.
Yeah, that's really the only reason she's in the news. No one's talking about her music, her set list for her concert that she debuted in space, but it's now continuing.
When she's
and
a
it feels
person,
like
you don't. I would feel terrible if people were like, Lindsay, go back.
Yeah, but she, I didn't think she said anything or acted any way that was even close to being as obnoxious as Gayle King.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree, but yeah, it just seems like Katy Perry's getting the brunt of the criticism. People are making sketches about her, and it just seems a little harsh.
It kind of started with Wendy's comment
Yeah.
about send her back, and
Yeah.
then everyone thought it was hilarious. Well, it was, but now it's over.
Yeah, and now there's a story. Wendy's refuses to apologize
Yeah.
for their comment about
Standing my
Katy
ground.
Perry.
Like, okay.
We're not apologize.
Yeah.
She's a person. And then in other celebrity news, Justin Bieber is trending today because he was spotted at Coachella smoking what appears to be a joint and dancing very oddly, looking like he's not well. And far be it from me to be a mental health advisor, but he doesn't look well. He's got some odd mannerisms going on.
Why is he at Coachella?
I don't know. He goes every
old is he?
year. He's probably in his 30s.
Yeah, married.
Early 30s.
He's married.
Mm-hmm. She was there too.
Yeah, married people in their 30s and above have no business being at Coachella.
Yeah, that's probably a good rule of thumb.
Just like you don't have any business going to the clubs every weekend and dancing.
Yeah.
Go home, chill out, act like a married couple.
Yeah. Do you think there's an age break for taking your shirt off at concerts? Because he had a shirt off the whole weekend. You think 30 is probably a good breaker for that?
Probably.
I would say in your 20s.
Maybe your early
being honest.
20s.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
The Week in Review is sponsored by Liqueur, the hangover solution. It's a drinking gummy containing DHM, a natural extract that can help you defeat the effects of having one too many cocktails. Go to tjriggins.com/deals and use promo code TJ at checkout to save 20% on your order.
When you subscribe to the show, you get all of our shows right when you open up your podcast apps, YouTube app, or social media. Learn more at tjriggins.com/subscribe.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
Listen everywhere.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
The hottest Mother's Day gift for 2025 coming up in just a second. You would never expect it. I can promise you that. But first, make sure you subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or at tjriggins.com so you never miss a new episode of the show. Okay, Mother's Day happens in mid to late May, I think. Late May, the 20th something.
It doesn't matter.
they've been hyping it up, I feel like, for months. Like, nobody even talks about Easter. It's all about Mother's Day promotions. We're getting ready for Mother's Day. It's a big deal.
May
and I get
11th.
it. May 11th. Okay. People are really excited for it. There is a TikTok that has gone viral. It's been watched, I think, 10 million times. It's resonating with a lot of women. A young mother who is married. She's got 3 kids. She said, I don't care what I get for Mother's Day any other year. This year, I know what I want. I want my husband to take the kids and leave the house for 8 hours. And I want him to buy me a dumpster that I can put in the driveway so I can clean this blanking house of all my blank. I'm throwing everything away.
Oh.
That's what I want for Mother's Day 2025.
It's a lot of work.
Does seem like a lot of work. You're pitching stuff into a dumpster. More work than it seems. Maybe. Do you believe her?
Yeah. Right, because then she's going to get comments like, so you're looking to do more work on your day. And why does she have so much junk in her house to begin with? Is she a hoarder?
I don't know. I got the vibe that she's just going to start throwing everything away.
Yeah. Like they're moving or something. Just
Something, yeah. Everything's going. Toys, blankets, she doesn't
I
care.
could do that. I mean, I could have a dumpster full of kids' toys.
Of just stuff. Even if it's stuff you need, it's getting pitched in this 8-hour time span where her husband is away with the kids on Mother's Day.
I mean, I wouldn't
so she
do
can
it
throw
if I
stuff
had
away.
8 free hours. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't do it.
You would use that time more wisely.
I would just sleep probably, but yeah.
One woman responded with an iced coffee. This is a perfect day. Another woman said, and then after I'm done cleaning, the Cheesecake Factory afterwards.
Oh, love it.
Another woman said, and my husband better not ask where this random item is. If you haven't used it in the last 6 to 9 months, it's in the garbage. It's out there in the dumpster in the driveway.
That is a sticking point with me.
What?
Women, wives, you don't just have the ability to throw your husband's things away. He has property rights just like you do. Imagine if he went under your bathroom counter and started saying, I know she hasn't used this in 6 months. It's gone. I know she hasn't used this robe in 6 months. It's gone. If he went in there and just decided to start throwing your stuff away, whether you had used it in a while or not, you would hate it. Mm-hmm. You would go off on him.
Really? So it doesn't work the opposite way.
Oh, no. A woman comes in, I'm throwing that away. He hadn't used it. You hadn't used it, it's getting thrown away.
One
Throw
woman,
your car keys away.
Yeah.
she said, one woman said, my husband better tie himself down because everything is going in that dumpster. I'm sick of the stuff. So
Good for her. I mean, listen, start anew on Mother's Day.
Isn't it their fault, though, that the stuff piles up like it does?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Their fault being the man and the woman.
The couple's
Why are
fault.
you letting it pile up to begin with?
Yeah.
But then once it's piled up and you got to get rid of it, it's his fault. All of his junk.
It's his junk.
Yeah.
Every time.
Every
Yeah.
time.
It's your stuff.
More TJ and Riggins coming up. Get the latest extra funny episode at tjriggins.com, all major podcast platforms, and on YouTube. Thank you for joining us.
In 3, 2, 1.
This is TJ and Riggins. What is new radio? New radio is
Streaming literally everywhere.
listen to the show starting each weekday morning at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Okay. So, what was I going to say? The big celebration is happening June 14th, and we have more details coming very soon. So make sure you go get signed up for Prime and Prime Plus, because that's where the details will go first. The people who are subscribers to Prime and Prime Plus get the details first. So go get signed up for that, please, at tjriggins.com on your .com. This is a big story. I think this is very sweet. America's oldest serving astronaut got a pretty good birthday gift over the weekend. Donald Pettit returned home from the space station yesterday which happened to be his 70th birthday. He's been up there for 7 months. So his 70th birthday, he got to come back home and be with his family for Easter and all of that stuff. So that's great. He made a very powerful statement when he landed, and the media was all around. He said, quote, "After 7 long months in space, I thought about giving up. But then a light broke through the dark hopelessness. And in that crucial moment, I knew I had to follow it with everything I had left in my rapidly declining 70-years-old body. For I knew I was just moments away from slipping the surly bonds of earth to touch the face of God. I would not be here to tell my story, nay, my truth, had I not received that inspiration, that light, from the brilliant mind of the world's most well-respected astrophysicist and commander, Lieutenant Colonel Gail King." So don't call it a ride, what Gail did.
Yeah.
You had me. That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Thanks.
Yeah, Gail. It's not a ride.
Yeah.
Don't call it a ride.
Don't you dare. And then they just set a record for the world's most expensive cocktail that was bought. It was in, I think, United Arab Emirates, $40,000 for a cocktail. And I bet you it had maybe $40 worth of flavor in it. It tasted about $40 worth of good.
Yeah, there's no way that's good.
Nothing
no
tastes $40,000 good.
No.
No.
I mean, it's in the desert, though. Maybe it's just a glass of ice water.
But I wonder, it would have to come with all kinds of other stuff, you know.
Tennis bracelets and that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, floating in the bottom of it, man.
Probably.
You know, the free stay at the resort out there on the man-made islands that they have.
Yeah.
Or at least just guaranteed you to get home safely.
That'd be
Make it
worth
out
it.
of there. Yeah, they said don't even bother going unless you're insanely rich. That's like just one of those places where you won't survive if you're not super wealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was supposed to go to Dubai this year.
Were you?
Mm-hmm. Just like a quick weekend trip.
That's good.
Quick weekend.
But you know, my passport expired. I did get that real ID thing, but they don't take that in Dubai. They won't even allow Jody to drive over there, will they?
I don't think so.
No.
Should adopt that rule.
Yeah.
TJ Riggins and Lindsay want to thank you for listening. Let's go! This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
All right, we're here with Greg and Katie from Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress with locations all over the Lake Norman area. And y'all are remodeling one of the locations, and it's going to be all new. What's going on with that?
Yeah, for almost 16 years, it's been our outlet store on East Mooresville. It's right on the corner of 115 and 150, and we just remodeled it. It's we call it's the same great store, just upgraded decor. So it's a full-on Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress now, and we still have the clearances 20 to 70% off.
Yeah.
Tell them about the Sip and Shop.
So Thursday, April 24th, from 5:30 to 7:30, we're gonna have a Sip and Shop open house. You can come check out the new digs. You know, I'll be bartending.
Yeah,
Live music, great food, free drinks. We just want you guys to come by and check it out.
yeah, and the great prices on all of the stuff, including those avocado mattresses that are so hot right now.
Yes, we just brought in avocado. We have people traveling from all over the place to try these beds. They are organic. They've won #1 in Consumer Reports for the past 7 years. They're amazing.
So always the best with Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. Go to tjriggins.com/mattress if you want to find out more. And I will definitely be at the Sip and Shop sipping, and Jody will be shopping. So we'll
Sounds
see
like
you
a
there.
sweet deal to me.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. A TJ Riggins Prime button to get to invitations, links, and all the great Prime Plus exclusive content. Add it to your phone's home screen today. New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show. With TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D Rob. Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
So, I guess everybody knows this about me, that I'm a big fan of clever nicknames.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love hearing a clever nickname, and I also pride myself on giving people clever nicknames. Some of them not so nice, but some pretty cool.
Okay.
Like Riggins.
Yeah. That was absolutely.
Because when he started working with us and he had long hair and he was skinny, he looked like Riggins from Friday Night Lights. So we called him Riggins.
I'm just Fat Riggins. Biggins.
Biggins.
I can do it too.
And I've always told y'all about my friend that I went to school with who lost his eyelashes or something, and then of course people called him Lash. My friend Chad Bowen had dandruff, and they called him Snow and Bowen. That was a pretty clever one.
That's a good one.
But there's a guy who's talking about how nicknames are becoming extinct because everybody is so afraid to offend somebody. Like, you won't even see big guys called tiny anymore because you don't want to draw attention to their weight. And so the endearing nickname is just going to go away. Everything from Junior to calling your buddy from Dallas Tex. Come on, Tex. Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to do that. And it says that plenty of athletes and radio hosts still go by a nickname. So we've still got that.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
We're hanging in there.
And I wouldn't mind if this one went away. He said, same goes for calling someone red because they're a ginger. Yeah. And that's strictly because of how unoriginal it is,
Yeah. Red.
Or like if somebody called Lindsay Blondie. What are you doing today, Blondie?
Yeah.
But there's a guy that plays for the Philadelphia Phillies, and his name is Raffy. That's his nickname, Raffy. His real name is Alec Bohm. And they ask why the other players call him Raffy, and they say because he looks like a giraffe up in the face.
Oh, that's hurtful.
No, he's a nice looking fella, but I can't see.
Does he look like a giraffe?
Yeah, he does look a little like, if he were an animal, he'd be a giraffe.
I don't know how nice looking and that goes hand in hand. I gotta see this.
Yeah, he just has a gentle face.
Gentle face. Okay. Do love a giraffe.
Maybe a super long neck or
no, that's not a compliment. He does look like a giraffe.
Oh,
yeah. Handsome guy.
He's not bad.
Yeah.
But that's kind of harmless. I mean, he looks like an animal.
Yeah.
But why does that have to go away? Isn't that fun?
Yeah, it's fun.
And then doesn't that give a special bond between him and his teammates and everything? You call each other nicknames and stuff.
Yeah. I wouldn't like to be called Key if I look like a monkey, though.
Well, or like the guy that I went to school with and everybody called him Po' Boy. Yeah. It wasn't because he loved the Cajun sandwiches. It was because he was poor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one. That one's tough.
Yeah.
Well, but it was because he was always bumming money. He wasn't as poor as he act like. He would just spend his money on other stuff. Can I get $1, man? Let me hold $1.
Yeah.
That kind of It's Po' Boy.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh my God. I love it.
This is TJ and Riggins. TJ, Riggins, and Lindsay want to thank you for listening.
Let's go!
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
Pope Francis is the top trending topic today. The 88-year-old Pope passed away on Monday at 7 o'clock in the morning, Rome time. He passed away at his residence. This comes after battling double pneumonia, I think they called it, for a couple weeks. So now they'll have to elect a new pope. They'll have to come together and in secret, and then they put the smoke up the chimney to let people know if they've picked a new pope or if they haven't decided yet.
Riggins, you're Catholic, so do you know if they will take into consideration what the most recent pope was, and that what made him, gave him negative reactions with the world and things like that he was more along the lines of socialist and Marxist in his ideals a lot? And then they say, well, do we want to go back to that way, or do we want to go more with the way Pope John Paul II was politically and that sort of? They even take that into consideration?
Sure. Yeah. So the Catholic Church has like 1.4 billion members. So there's like liberals and conservatives in leadership positions in the church. So like Pope John Paul II was transformational, very conservative. His predecessor, Benedict XVI, also very conservative, was like John Paul's right-hand man. So then it swings the other way, and they get somebody really liberal. The first pope from the Americas, he chooses his name as Francis the First, which told you a lot. Because if you look at their names they choose, you can kind of figure out how they're going to, run the church. So yeah, it kind of swings back and forth. So it'll be interesting to see if like there's another shift. People are like, well, that was maybe too far. Yeah. He was very liberal. He wanted to give the rich people's money away to the poor. He didn't like fancy clothes. He didn't want a fancy car. He was about poor people giving up your things.
Well, that's good.
Well, no, and a lot of other things though politically that he tried to tell us how to run our business. Can I throw my hat in the ring for the Pope? They have to be Catholic, I guess.
You got to be Catholic, and you have to be.
I could have been Catholic.
Do you have to
it's
wear
just
that
too much studying.
Do you have to wear that outfit?
Yeah.
No, you can kind of. He was sort of the guy that like didn't want to wear the hat and the mitre or whatever they call it.
I don't see the hat going well with your outfits.
Well,
every
then
day.
Pope Benedict though, he wore cool sunglasses and stuff. He was wearing Oakleys and things like that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. And I don't think the German Pope works. Just personally, Benedict XVI was a little icy, a little prickly, and then Pope Francis, the first one from the Americas. I think you need an Italian or a European Pope. Maybe, I don't know, but not
a lot
German.
of information about the popes. I like it.
Well, you grow up Catholic. We prayed for the Pope every night.
Oh.
As kids.
Oh.
Pray for him. So, yeah, he's dead at the age of 88, one of the largest global figures, out there. So, a lot of people discussing it. He is the top trending topic.
Let's pray for the Pope.
Yeah. I almost said, let's keep his wife and family in our prayers.
Yeah, not yet.
But he's not.
He might be for that, though.
Yeah.
I never heard him talk about it. So he is the top trending topic today. Today's National Kindergarten Day. Kindergarten Day? You've got a kindergartner, don't you? And they're on spring break for 3 weeks?
Yeah, well, she's in kindergarten next year, so.
Okay.
She's a rising.
A rising kindergarten.
She just got into kindergarten, if I do say.
She's going super hard on spring break, I hear.
Super hard. Super hard.
It's crazy. So we've got more coming up next.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Hey, it's TJ, and if you need anything when it comes to real estate, then you have to talk to our friends, the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. Why? Because they're the experts when it comes to anything real estate. They even fly all over the world and teach other people how to do what they do. Jody and I have always used the Temple team, and we love every one of them. Yes, even Kent Temple, and he and I get on each other's nerves from time to time, but still love each other. Make sure you tell them you heard about it from us. Go to tjriggins.com/Temple team for the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. Add it to your phone's home screen today. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Baby, let's go.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
Baby, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Here's what it's like living next to a millennial. I have new neighbors that I haven't really talked to yet. It's a young couple. They've got a rescue dog. So, it's all checking out so far. I have not really talked to them yet, but I've seen them outside. and I will eventually go introduce myself. So last Wednesday, I walk outside with the dog, and there's a bag of dog food sitting on my back patio. And I'm like, oh, my neighbor. I have another neighbor. He lives behind me. He always goes to Costco and buys these pallets for a reduced rate of returned items. And he always drops me off ribs, popcorn, eggs plenty of times. It's just whatever's on this pallet. He'll drop me some stuff off. So I went, oh, he gave me dog food. That's so weird. And then I saw him later in the evening. I was like, thanks for the dog food. He goes, I didn't bring you dog food. I was like, on my back porch, you didn't drop off that bag of dog food? He goes, no. So I'm like, what in the world? And there was a note attached to it, but I didn't read it because I had seen it out there. I was like, I'll get it later. So I go back out there later, and the note is gone, but it's still sitting there. I'm like, what is going on? So I bring it inside. On Thursday, I go back out, and I see that note in my neighbor's grass. So I go and pick it up, and it's got a DoorDash order on it that somebody had printed out and taped to the bag. So now I'm really confused. Fast forward to the weekend, and I'm going home for Easter. So I put the bag back outside in front of my door. I was like, well, somebody will come pick it up. If it's a DoorDash order, they'll certainly want to come get it. So I put it right there at the corner of my patio. I get back from my parents' house yesterday, and now it's sitting in front of my door.
What?
I'm like, what is going on? So I brought it back inside. 3 o'clock, I'm taking a shower and doing laundry and just getting cleaned up. The doorbell rings, and it's my new neighbors that I haven't met yet. And she's standing there, and she's like, hi, I had a DoorDash order for some dog food. And I said, oh, yeah, hold on, give me 2 seconds. And I ran back in, brought it out to her. I was like, yeah, I actually put it back out on my patio, because I knew it was a DoorDash order. It wasn't mine. She goes, I know, I just didn't want to be weird and come up onto your patio and take it. I'm like, girl, it's yours.
Yeah.
It's yours.
So they just sent it to the wrong house back.
They sent it to the next house over, and she let it sit out there for 3 days.
But that's something you would do. Y'all are two peas in a pod.
No, if it was mine and I saw it at somebody's front door or back door, whatever, I would have no problem. Even being caught on a Ring doorbell, I'd be like, well, it's mine. They just 100% I would have done that. But you waited 3 days?
I wouldn't go over there and just take it.
Oh,
I would have knocked on the door and said, hey, this got delivered here mistakenly. I didn't want you to think I was doing something that I shouldn't be doing over here. But I would have had the contact. And if nobody answered the door, I would take it. And then the next time I saw them, I would tell them about it. But
she saw it.
But I wouldn't just run up there and grab it and run off.
Yeah.
She sat there for 3 days and watched it, but didn't come over and say anything. I guess she was waiting for me to come over there.
Cameras and everything, and maybe she wasn't too sure if that was hers. I mean, I don't know.
But I'm
like, what in the world?
I'm glad where that went in the story, rather than where I thought it was going to go. And you said this is what it's like having millennial neighbors. Yeah, I thought you were going to say that she knocked on the door and said, I see that still out there on your porch. We gave you that kind of as a welcome to the neighborhood gift. You know how some people would bake cookies or whatever.
It went through my head,
That instead of baking cookies or doing something for humans, she's like, I brought you a bag of dog food.
Yeah.
For your doggy.
I would have liked that too.
Very nice, because it's super expensive.
I would have liked that too.
All right, let's go.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Subscribe to all the shows at tjriggins.com and never miss the latest episodes. Thank you for joining us. This is TJ and Riggins. TJ and Riggins. TJ and Riggins. TJ and Riggins. What is new radio? New radio is
streaming everywhere.
Listen to the show starting each weekday morning at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
So Riggins was just telling us about his new neighbor who had a bag of dog food that was sitting at Riggins' house on his porch because it was delivered to the wrong place. And she waited 3 days to come ask for it because she didn't want to seem weird to just walk up and grab it and go back to her house. And then we discussed how I would have gone over to the house, but I wouldn't have just grabbed it. I would have tried to talk to them there and say, hey, this is mine. You know, they made a mistake, whatever. Didn't want you to think I'm stealing anything.
Yeah.
And then Rob, when we went to the break, piped up and said that would just be a lost bag of dog food for him because he wouldn't have gone to retrieve it in any manner by any means.
Absolutely.
Now, why would you not go over there and either just? I get you don't want to talk to anybody, but why wouldn't you just go get it and then walk away with it?
Oh, because they got a ring doorbell, I'm sure, and then they're gonna think I'm a weirdo.
It's yours.
You are a weirdo, though.
But who cares if they think you're a weirdo if you're avoiding contact with them at all costs? That is weird.
Yeah, I mean, that is.
It's even more weird to me. I don't know.
But why do you care what they think if you don't even care enough about them to want to even say hi to them?
I don't have a good answer for this question.
And you know how expensive dog food is, too, so you're just willing to give that up.
Well, no, I'm gonna tell the company that somebody messed it up. They're gonna give me a new one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
And you say, I know that they delivered it to the wrong place because I'm looking at it right now in my neighbor's house.
I can see it.
I see it right there.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's probably it was probably a $25 bag of dog food. And you would have just considered that lost?
Well, no, I would tell the company that it never arrived.
Yeah, he would go through way more trouble to get in touch with the company and file the didn't come thing to get another one sent rather than just walking over there, picking it up and then walking away with it or knocking on the door and say, all you got to do is go, this is mine, delivered to the wrong house, and then walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go.
Meanwhile, the dog's starving. You're going through a lot more work. Like, what?
Yeah. But as long as nobody thinks he's weird.
Well.
Right.
I don't want them thinking I'm weird.
Yeah.
Well.
It's the last thing I would want for somebody to think that I'm weird.
Lindsay goes, you are weird, Rob.
You are weird.
She's not wrong.
Rob's like the ultra millennial. He fits every like millennial stereotype. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you mean being a word. You're weird.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't going to say that.
That's what you're saying.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
The TJ Riggins 24/7 Carolina stream is available in the Media Center at tjriggins.com. Sponsored by R. Gregory Jewelers in Statesville. Go to tjriggins.com/diamond. At R. Gregory Jewelers, we speak diamond.
When you subscribe to the show, you get all of our shows right when you open up your podcast apps, YouTube app, or social media. Learn more at tjriggins.com/subscribe.
R. Gregory Jewelers is traveling thousands of miles to Antwerp, Belgium to buy diamonds directly from the diamond capital of the world. As a master IJO jeweler, we're going to personally pick from the incredible inventory of Antwerp's vaults to bring back the best selection and value to our customers. Let R. Gregory Jewelers know your heart's desire, and we will find it in the heart of the diamond industry during our upcoming trip. Are you ready to be part of Antwerp's 500-year tradition of making diamonds sparkle? R. Gregory Jewelers is here to help make your diamond dreams come true.
What is new radio? New radio is
streaming everywhere.
Listen to the show starting each weekday morning at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Riggins has found a jewel for me. This is chock full of things that I love in the world. Number one, white wrappers. It's got a white wrapper, Canadian, even better, environmentalist. So through the top of my likes.
Yep.
And he is he's rapping about how bad the situation in the world is, and he's laying down the flow. That's what he's doing.
Cold tears in my eyes, closed fist to the sky. If we save these trees, we can save mankind. Except women are more kind. Why do we call them mankind? I'm trying to expand minds by shifting the sands of time. I'm standing beneath these trees back in BC. But these are ancient beings, they came from BC.
Oh, you see it, BC, British Columbia, but also BC, the era. Love it, right? How good.
Save mankind, but what do you say? Women.
They should call it womankind because women are more kind.
Terrible.
Saving the trees. Back from BC.
And he looks like just a regular old scrawny, long-haired, unkempt hippie.
Yeah, he looks like a barista.
Person that you would think would be rapping about saving the trees.
Yeah.
From Canada.
That's right. We gotta save our Canadian trees on local access TV. Yeah, he was on like a he's got a curly mustache, red, just man bun. I mean, it's a lot going on. It's a lot to take in.
Was he wearing lederhosen? Like the German lederhosen? He was dressed in some kind of costume. Like,
of all the things going on, it was tough to pick up all the little things, but there's just a lot going on.
I think at this point, though, the outfit wouldn't even help if he had a gold one.
It's just another thing to add to the list.
From BC.
From BC.
And he's still
celestial beings from BC.
Still pandering to the chicks, though. You know, trying to hook up.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Why is it not called womankind? Women are kinder to men. Why is it not called womankind?
Sick flow, bro.
Oh, man.
Super sick.
Man, if my daughter brought home a guy like that and said, "This is the love of my life, Dad. I'm sorry. I know you're not going to approve of this." It would break my heart.
Yeah.
To its core. I mean, just
what, the rapping or the
whole thing? Just that guy.
Yeah.
Ugh, I shudder to think.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh my God. I love it.
This is TJ and Riggins. Where are these huge discounts on great products? The deals page at tjriggins.com.
Check it out.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Yeah.
The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
Actor Haley Joel Osment has apologized for using an anti-Semitic slur during his arrest for drinking too much. I don't get what about drinking makes you want to hurl anti-Semitic slurs. And a lot of people do it. I don't get it at all. That is so weird. It seems to come out when people are drinking.
And what sparked it? Was the arresting officer Jewish?
I don't know. It doesn't even seem to matter whenever you hear those stories. They're like, the officer was not Jewish. It's like so weird. So that guy probably needs to dry out a little bit, maybe stop drinking if he's found guilty of all these things. But he has apologized.
His sister's got a hit show now, sitcom on the network TV. Yeah, it's called Georgie and whatever her character's name is first marriage.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a spin.
Mandy?
Huh?
Is it Georgie and Mandy?
Mandy, yeah, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. It's a spinoff of Young Sheldon.
Oh, no way.
Which was a spinoff of Big Bang Theory.
There's spinoffs going on. We're really getting into the weeds on these spinoffs.
Yeah.
Too many.
Will Sasso's in that new one too, so
love him.
Good star power there.
Absolutely. There's a video that's gone viral from Florida. Two alligators showed up on somebody's front porch and appear to ring the camera doorbell. But
what?
Two huge alligators, unclear of the specific location in Florida, but you imagine opening your front door and there's not one but two huge alligators?
No.
They came for business.
Yeah, I mean they're
saying, "Hello, we're here for dinner."
Yeah.
They're bumping their heads into the
ringing
glass.
the door.
Yeah.
Let me in.
Banging his head on the kind of the front glass of the door.
They're probably smelling food in there.
Maybe.
That's so scary.
So how do people handle that, TJ, if they find two alligators? What's do you call somebody?
Yeah, in Florida, you got to call some animal control alligator wrangler or something to get them out of there.
Boring answer.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, in Louisiana, if you're not they look like they were in a suburb.
Yeah.
I mean, if that happens in Louisiana and you live out, in a swampy area or whatnot, then you deal with them.
With a wrench or something?
No, you wouldn't do that. You'd maybe try to scare them away in somehow or another, or because you can only shoot them in one small spot on the head to ensure an instant kill on them. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're hard to just when they're looking at you just to kill them.
Huh, I didn't know that.
I would try.
Especially when they're on your porch, It's like, you got to get them out a little bit.
Yeah. So that was a crazy video. We'll share that on social media. Is it littering or is it totally fine? We're going to find out next.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Now Trending is sponsored by Tico Socks, one of the most eco-friendly outdoor brands on the planet. They make socks for all your adventures. Save 15% off your Tico Socks order at tjriggins.com/deals and use promo code TJ at checkout. It's Tico Socks.
So I just tried Mandu, and it is freaking awesome. You need to check this out. It's a trainer-led electro-muscle stimulation workout that increases energy, endurance, and strength. So just 15 minutes at Mandu is like 6 hours in the gym. So say goodbye to plateauing and achieve your fitness goals with Mandu. If you want to give it a try, your first session is absolutely free. So sign up at mandu.com or go to tjriggins.com/fitness.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. Click the deals button to get all our exclusive best deals anywhere from all of the TJ and Riggins show partners. Add it to your phone's home screen today. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Baby, let's go.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins show.
I want to talk about littering. Is it littering? I'm going to ask TJ, the sort of the expert in these fields. But TJ, I thought of you over the weekend. I heard an influencer. She had just had the best meal at a place called Beyond Sushi. It's a great alternative sushi place. Alternative sushi.
Alternative to what? Real sushi?
Yeah. The fish is made from, like oats and, they grind up, nutritional yeast or whatever, but it's alternative sushi. Mm-hmm. Isn't that fun?
Yeah. Even though there's no such thing.
Yes, there is.
Alternative sushi. It's either sushi or it's not.
This is Beyond Sushi. It's alternative.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you can't make fish out of oats. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I love it.
I don't even get it.
A human can't make a fish.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, did not look great.
Like tofu would be.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of nuts and like grains that they blend together to I guess replicate the
sounds
fish.
Delicious.
Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Thought of you. Ooh. The other thing I thought of you was when we have a radio friend, and he's a little bit older than you, but he said he was sharing the story on the radio to his audience, and he said, I did not expect to get the backlash I got because he didn't see it coming. He was like, I was just trying to tell a funny story about how I ate a banana and I went to throw the peel out of the window and I had my window up, so it got stuck between the car door and the seat. And he said, but no one even really cared about that story. They were just flaming me for littering.
Yeah.
And he's from an area that is not as like forward thinking as a lot of places around the country. So it didn't occur to him that that's littering.
Yeah, because you figure an animal is going to eat it.
I guess you assume that it's plant matter.
It's going to decompose.
It'll decompose faster than so. TJ, we live in kind of a purple state or whatever you want to call it. Uh-huh. Do you think throwing a banana peel out of the window is littering?
Yeah, I wouldn't throw a banana peel out of the window.
You wouldn't?
No.
Lindsay, would you?
No. The only thing I do throw out of the window if no one's around is a piece of gum. Like if my kids have slobbered it in my hand, I toss it out the window.
Yeah, okay.
What about an apple core? Would you throw that away?
That was my next question. Apple core.
Nothing big.
Nothing big.
Yeah, nothing big.
Paper, the straw from the paper from a straw?
No.
You wouldn't throw that out. That's littering.
No.
Cigarette butt?
Back when I was a smoker, I did that all the time.
I did too.
But
terrible.
But I don't know that I would do it now.
I wouldn't do it now.
But probably.
Keep our city clean.
We laugh, but some people were horrified to hear that he threw a banana peel out, and I went, I don't know if it's that.
I don't think it's that big, but yeah.
I wouldn't freak out about it. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Would you freak out if you saw somebody else do it?
No, that's what I mean. No, I wouldn't freak out about it.
Yeah. Okay, we've figured it out.
Yeah. All right, let's
This
go.
is the TJ and Riggins Show. Prime Plus members get extra funny, commercial-free versions of all the shows and more. Sign up at TJRiggins.com. Thank you for joining us. This is TJ and Riggins.